Good evening, Raider baseball fans, and welcome to Tuesday night baseball as we get underway in District 25 5A play. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Francis alongside the one and only Mr. Jonathan Kaspar. And what a beautiful night for baseball, Jonathan.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to District Play, Game 1 of the 2025 season here for your Rouse Raiders. Absolutely a beautiful day. Cannot ask for better weather, other than maybe just turn down the breeze a little bit. But we can't get everything, right? It is Texas, so
So just a little bit. We're in daylight savings time, and so we've got that extra hour of daylight, and so the shadows are starting to grow long across the field. I think we're waiting for the umpires to show up
that
and
seems to be like a
kind of
broken record this year already.
get underway. The Raiders hosting the crosstown rival Glen Grizzlies in Game 1 of a two-game series. Game 2 will be Friday night at Glen High School. Glen comes into tonight
Yes, sir.
2-6-3 so far on the season. They're coached by Zach Darling. He's 9 years as head coach with 65 career wins. He's assisted by Alberto Guzman, Alshon Johnson, and Tramali Bolden. Their 2024 record was 9-23, 1-13 in district with 9 returning starters. Your Rouse Raiders are 9-3-2 on the season so far, and they're coached by Chad Crimpine. He's in his 24th year with 524 career wins. He's assisted by Coach Manny Perez, Drew David, and Will Noble. Their 2024 record was 34-10, 10-4 in district. They were a state semifinalist with 4 returning starters.
Yes, sir. And again, referencing their how they finished last year as a state, we begin this season as of the newest rankings as of this week as number 4 in the state top 25 for 5A. A lot of names that we're used to seeing up there. Some what will be our by district rivals. We're seeing several of them. New Braunfels at 7, Bernie Champion, who took us out a few years ago in 6th, as well as
in the regional final.
Yes, sir, and as well as Bernie is in there and Smithson Valley. So again, we've got a lot. Smithson Valley, specifically New Braunfels and Bernie Champion, that we will see one of them if everything goes as planned and Rouse is able to take care of business this season and continue their hot streak of going through the playoffs.
And we've had a good tournament season so far. Rouse coming off this past tournament, I believe they went 5-1.
Correct. They lost the first game 0-2 to Hendrickson. And then proceeded to just go on a tear with the bats, part of which was against, if you see here, number 22, Corpus Christi Ray. We did play them here, and I believe that was game 3, and absolutely throttled them in that game. But again, bats came alive, and that's what we love to see, right, Michael?
We do, and guess what, everybody? Hey, the umpires are here. Veronica Arnold checking in. I've missed you guys. Let's go, Rouse. Nana checking in and is glad to hear your voices again. Looking forward to an awesome baseball season.
Thank you, Nana. Thank y'all so much for chiming in. Those that are new to the broadcast, you're going to see a few different things here this year. We've added 2 additional camera views. Had a chance to play around with these in the Leander tournament. We do have one set up at the first base dugout that will be showing the batter's box view. And then we have another one set up at the third base dugout that is giving a bit more of the infield. Now, again, work in progress, folks. It's you get a little tied up in the game. We're doing our best to give the best product we can, right? We've got a better camera view now from home plate. Hopefully you're all are able to notice that as of right now. We're going to get the full field, try to get some infield, and then obviously the batter's box, and we'll be changing things around throughout the game. And love to hear your input and how things are looking out there, and any criticisms, constructive criticisms that you may have for us. Please feel free to let us know, and we'll do our best to improve.
So, Oliver McMillan baseball highlights. When does LHS play? I assume that you're asking about Leander. I'm sure that they are playing tonight.
Yeah, they should be playing 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock game start, and that should be on YouTube as well. Liberty Hill, it will be playing tonight as well, and we will be playing Liberty Hill next week, as next week is spring break. So those will be afternoon games. Those are 1 o'clock game starts on Tuesday and Wednesday. And and we will have those live on air. So if you can't make it due to work or what have you, they will be on YouTube, so you can stream them later on if you haven't found out who won yet, or you just want to see your favorite high school player get to play, and those will be available. So I will say this, that Coach Crampine does like to put our videos private pretty quick due to coaches scouting each other on through that medium. So we do have some extra things on tap for tonight. We do have a dedication that will be taking place.
Just prior to the singing of the national anthem.
Right.
Or playing. Sorry, I guess singing. We don't have anybody here singing it, but it will be It will be played. So the playing of the national anthem, we will have.
Kathleen's got that on her phone. And, of course, we have our regular press box crew, Don Miller on the dulcet tones of Don Miller on the mic for the PA tonight. And effervescent and ever-present Kathleen Forsell.
And then we have the rookie.
Momo is in the house. Hey, Momo.
And we have the rookies here on the right side of the press box that forgot their press box jerseys, Mr. Francis.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah, we did. On the first thing he sees me, he goes, where's your jersey?
Epic fail.
I'm like, oh, my gosh. It's obviously game one.
Right.
Did not remember that one. I apologize.
So the coaches are meeting with the umpires on the home plate circle.
And we're catching Coach Crimpine from one of his better sides. Love you, Coach. I know you're going to listen back to this. That was Michael Francis that said that.
Your voice is indistinguishable, my friend, as well as mine. And so Don is
jumping in and getting his pregame announcements going. And we will be underway here pretty soon. Again, I will be doing a double broadcast, double announcement here as we will be giving the dedication here prior, like we said, to the start of the national anthem. And I'm going to have microphone in one ear and the PA microphone in the other hand there. And we'll see how that goes.
So it might hear a little bit of delay on it. I don't think you will, but at any rate. So the dedication tonight will be in honor of my precious bride,
Miss Norma Francis,
that I lost in January in her battle with ovarian cancer. So we're going to follow suit with Don, and we're going to introduce the lineups for Glenn. Leading off for the Grizzlies will be number 7, Chase Roberts. He will be playing shortstop. Number 23, Braylon Deloach at third base, batting second. Batting third will be number 11, Joe Brennan. Behind the plate, he'll be the catcher. The designated hitter will be Aaron Wagner, number 17. He will be hitting for the left fielder, number 4, Jackson Cohen. Batting fifth will be number 13, Rafael Gamboa at second base. Batting sixth will be the right fielder, number 10, Dom Tanyag. Batting seventh will be number 6, Anthony Rodriguez in center field. Batting eighth will be number 8, Nathan Anaya at first base. And batting ninth will be number 2, Blake Rickmers on the mound. For your Rouse Raiders, leading off will be the left fielder, number 14, Joe Burry. Batting second will be number 12, Christian Caro at second base. Batting third will be number 6, Connor Thompson in center field. Batting fourth will be number 9, Mason Gonzalez at first base. Batting fifth will be number 7, Jacob Solis at short. Batting sixth will be number 27, Adolfo Arribes in right field. Batting seventh will be number 11, designated hitter Andrew Sanchez. He will be batting for the pitcher, number 34, Jacob Sines. Batting eighth will be number 27, Carson Pruitt behind the plate. And rounding out the order will be number 1, Scott Knight at third base.
Down the mound for your Rouse Raiders pitcher, number 34, Jacob Sines.
And so that is the introduction of the lineups.
Will you all stand and take off your hats and listen up for your Rouse Raiders baseball team announcement?
This past winter, the Raiders experienced the loss of a very dear member of our family. Norman Francis, spouse of our broadcaster, Mr. Michael Francis, passed away peacefully at home after a courageous battle with cancer. Norma was described as the purest form of God's grace on earth. Her passion and calling was serving in the children's ministry at New Life Austin. She was an example of Christ's love, and her ministry touched countless lives. She is survived by her husband and 3 sons, 2 of which did play on this very field. The Rouse Raiders baseball team would like to dedicate the 2025 season in her memory. They will be wearing special teal ribbon decals with her initials on their helmets in her memory. Thank you.
It's baseball time in Texas as we are set to get underway here at Raider Field. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this broadcast of your 2025 Rouse Raiders. I'm Michael Francis alongside the one and only Mr. Jonathan Kaspar as we are just about ready to get underway. Defensively for the Raiders on the mound, number 34, Jacob Sines. Behind the plate, number 21, Carson Pruitt. At first base, number 9, Mason Gonzalez. At second base, number 12, Christian Caro. At third base, number 1, Scott Knight. At short, number 7, Jacob Solis. In left field, number 14, Joe Burry. In center field, number 6, Connor Thompson. And in right field, number 27, Adolfo Arribes. Due up for the Grizzlies in the first, Chase Roberts, Braylon Deloche, and Joe Brennan.
Yes, sir, Michael, and a lot of new faces, new names here for the Rouse Raiders. Obviously, these guys have come up through the program, JV, JV2, a few of which, as mentioned previously in the game, 4 returning starters to this lineup, although we did have some names that we saw quite a few times last year. Connor Thompson, Adrian Graves, obviously Andrew Sanchez is in there, Jacob Solis. And we have 2 our corner infielders that are keeping the tradition alive with their brothers, having played prior to them. Scott Knight, the younger brother to Jack Knight, and Mason Gonzalez, the younger brother to Blake Gonzalez.
Chase Roberts stands in, and the first pitch, that is cut on and hit over to second. Caro has it to throw to first in time, and that will retire Roberts for out number 1. Braylon Deloach will make his way to the plate. Ione Trahan checking in. How incredible for Rouse to give such an honor and time to such a beautiful human being and to be followed by our great country's anthem. A life well lived, a beautiful life. And that pitch just misses the outside corner for ball 1. Ione is Norma's sister. She lives in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Oh, yes, sir.
She's listening in from Lake Charles tonight.
Glad you have you on the
for
broadcast.
ball 2. Veronica Arnold with 3 hearts. A special relationship Veronica and Norma had. This is hit out to center field. This will be a base hit for Deloach. 1 on with 1 out for Joe Brennan. Aaron Wagner on deck. Shadows growing long across the field.
Lights are already queued up and ready to go.
That pitch on the top inside corner for a strike.
Okay, so seems to like it high in the zone versus lower as of.
Well, Science has done a good job of painting the zone, but he hasn't gotten the call on some very good pitches. The 0-1 gets the outside corner.
There we go.
For strike 2. 0-2, the count to Brennan. Pruitt gives the sign. Science pitching from the stretch. Pitch just outside for ball 1.
Great pitch, but he did not bite.
He did not chase that one at all.
Yeah, Joe Brennan being very patient at the plate.
That one fouled back out of play. It's great to be back on the air with everybody, back in district play. These are the games that mean something. Tournament season, you're trying to work out the kinks and, determine who's going to play where and
Definitely.
And do all that. But this is where the rubber meets the road once you get into district play. That pitch fouled away.
And Joe Brennan staying alive here, having a really good at bat early. And, as you said, a lot of moving parts right throughout that tournament. You see a lot of guys giving them opportunities, see what they're capable of. Can you count on them, when it matters?
Wow, that was a good-looking pitch. 2-2, an even count for for Brennan. Deloach extends his lead at first. Signs comes set. The 2-2 pitch. That's a curveball. That's hit out towards left center. Bury over. He makes the catch.
Great catch. Way to run it down.
That will go. A fly ball to the left.
17, Eric Wagner.
That's why we have an eraser.
Absolutely. Erasers are my friend. It helps me keep my book in order. Veronica letting us know that she loves the new camera angles.
Thank you very much, Veronica. I don't know if everybody can see it there. We got a beautiful shot of the moon just over right center.
Aaron Wagner, the designated hitter, will stand in. He'll take for ball 1.
Crystal blue clear skies this evening.
Kind of reminds me of a George Strait song. This has popped up out of play. Now, you can see the moon in that shot.
Yeah, I was looking up. I was like, where's it at? But right here, this was in the way. I'm like, oh, there it is.
1-1 the count to Wagner. One on with 2 out. Throw to first, not in time as Deloche dives back in safely. Rafael Gamboa on deck for the Grizzlies.
Ooh, there it is.
That pitch in for a strike.
Again, he does seem to really like the high in the zone. I'm saying that these that we think are strikes earlier may be just a bit low for his liking.
The 1-2 pitch. This is lifted high into left. Berry tracking it. And it is going to hop over the fence for a ground rule double.
And that you will see is the difference. He's going back. He was not rounding.
Back. He was not rounding
third whenever that ball bounced out. But again, folks, with the new field,
there's a lot of bounce.
A lot of bounce. You gotta be mindful of that. And that's nothing new to these players. I mean, obviously, no, we have not played on it at home, but they have played on it through travel ball, other fields that we've played on throughout the season. That's to be expected, and huge bounces that can occur.
Gamboa calls time. He'll step back out. Dom Tanyag on deck. First pitch offering. Just a bit high for ball 1.
Great looking pitch. Once again, just Glenn hitter staying patient and waiting for their pitch.
This is lifted.
It's in play.
Ball.
It's in play if Burry can get there. He gave chase. He gave chase and just not enough room there.
Just a long fly ball strike. Well, you really hear the wind whipping in over that crowd mic.
Yes, sir. We can.
Don't worry about it. I think we'll be all right.
The owner progress? Even a month right?
We saw a lot over the weekend as the tournament went. We had 2 days of winds blowing hard out of the south, right to left. This is hit deep in the hole. The throw to first.
Great play from Jacob Signs deep in the hole. Scott Knight cut across trying to see if he could get to the ball and was unable to get there, but Jacob was in proper position and made a great strong throw across the infield to get the play, get the runner.
That was a bang play, and
yes,
that call really could have gone either way.
Yeah, I don't know that anybody would have argued that either way.
Due up for the Raiders in the bottom will be Joe Burry, Christian Caro, and Connor Thompson. Defensively for the Grizzlies on the mound will be number 2, Blake Rickmers. Behind the plate will be number 11, Joe Brennan. At first base will be number 8, Nathan Anaya. At second base will be number 13, Rafael Gamboa. At third base, number 23, Braylon Deloach. At short, number 7, Chase Roberts. In left field, number 4, Jackson Cohen. In center field, number 6, Anthony Rodriguez. And in right field, number 10, Dom Tanyag. What's happening? Just a skosh. Jonathan, our resident engineer, as well as analyst, so trying to make sure that we've got everything in place. His eye for detail.
An attempt at it. But I was able to get that first play.
Great job.
I got that first infield play. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I bounced it over to the infield camera, and so that's the fun here of trying to make sure to update the scoreboard for everybody watching at home so you can get a current shot of what's going on within the game, but also try to remember that we have new cameras. So I need to try to utilize all of them as much as we can here with our switcher. And then we'll go here And there,
Rickmers from the windup as Joe Burry stands in. He will take down and what looked like the way, but it got to the outside corner for a strike.
we do have an option of picture-in-picture. So
Swing and a miss for strike 2, and Burry in an 0-2 count really quickly. So we got a lot of alumni in the house tonight. The 0-2 pitch, that's outside for ball 1.
yeah, I heard what Trey Schluter, Diego Guyton, Gavin Silva, and Ian Miller. So
Wesley Geisler is here. Tim Francis, Nathan Francis, Seth Francis. And there'll be several others. That ball misses outside for ball 2. 2-2 the count to Burry. Christian Caro on deck. The 2-2 from Rickmers. That's outside for ball 3. That'll be a pass ball on the catcher.
here we go, Michael. I'm going to try this, see if I can learn to use the mouse left-handed.
Oh, good luck with that.
Right.
Payoff pitch coming up. Rickmers into the windup. He will deal the payoff pitch low for ball 4. And Burry, who was down in the count, 0-2, battles back to draw the walk.
And Christian Caro, one of 2 lefties that we have in the lineup
And
at Coach Crenteen's disposal.
He's been a great situational hitter
Very much so.
during the tournament.
We're going to see if I can try. I can still get him.
Rickmers from the stretch. That pitch outside for ball 1.
We didn't have water for over 12 hours and stuff.
1-0. The throw over to first, not in time. So Wesley and Tim work for Hunter Lansford at Age Glass, and Tim and Wesley work together. And Tim tells me all the time that pitch just gets the outside corner for strike 1. That he is active as can be. He's into everything. Softball. He's just very competitive. Throw over to first, not in time as Burry is back in safely. Connor Thompson on deck. Be sure to let us know how we're sounding so that we're not over-modulating. Wow, I thought he was going to call that a strike there for a second.
Really?
Try to read his body language between pitches. And
Oh, what's awesome is whenever they stand up real quick and pause and then call a ball.
a 2-1. This is lifted up into shallow left field, and he drops the ball.
Oh, great job of running there.
Chase Roberts drops the ball. That will be an E6.
Yeah, just Joe Burry caught in no man's land as he took off because it was a hit and run call. Very great recognition on his part to pay attention that it was popped up, and made his way back, got in a comfortable position, turned to watch the play, and saw that it dropped and hit the ground and gave himself an opportunity to still make it to second without a play. So really good base running there from Burry.
Connor Thompson with a great weekend. He starts to show bunt. Throw back to second will not be in time as Burry gets back safely. Rickmer's obviously preoccupied with base runners.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And going to bounce this back over to the...
So Michelle Nelson checking in, loving the camera angles. You sound great. That is my sister. Listening in.
Oh, great
Lays a bunt down.
Great
And he's got a back. A bunt along the bases. That will be an infield hit for Connor Thompson.
What an unbelievable bunt was that. It actually tracked perfectly. And the third baseman
is
I'm sorry,
Braylon Deloche.
Braylon Deloche. Yeah,
And he
Braylon
was trying
Deloche
to
let
let
it
it
go.
roll out foul.
Well, he knew he wasn't going to get Connor, right? So he did the right thing in hoping that it would roll foul, but it came right back in and stayed fair. So
That pitch misses low, but to be honest with you, that looked like a pretty good pitch.
well, again, I think he's not really keying in on the lower part of the zone.
Jacob Solis on deck. This is lifted into
The gap
left center field in the
and
gap, and it will hop the
ground rule
fence.
double.
It'll be a ground rule double.
You got to allow, yes. Christian Caro does come in to score, and hot on his heels was Connor Thompson, who actually was almost tapping him on the behind, telling him to hurry up. Again, another ground rule double there. Mason Gonzalez in the cleanup spot doing damage here, going shopping at the gap.
Coach Darling is going to call time. He's going to take a visit to the mound. We want to take this opportunity to thank our booster club for their generous support of our broadcast. They've made this possible by getting us some new equipment
Yes.
this season. And, thanks to Jaime Caro and Jackie and everybody on the booster club.
Yep, Mr. Solis. And, we all know this. We were there, right? We were all in this boat, with our players as they've come up through the program. All four of us here in the press box, we're still doing this. Our boys have moved on to the next level or to the next stage in their lives. And, we all know we just can't do anything without the help of the booster club, without the families at home, just enjoying this game. That's why we're all still up here.
Jacob Solis will stand in from the right side. He will face Rickmers for the first time. 2 on with nobody out. That pitch high and inside for ball 1. A beautiful night for baseball. The 1-0 pitch, that's upstairs for ball 2.
Jacob Solis, one of the returning starters, has solidified his spot at the shortstop. Great defensive play last year.
This is lifted to left, and it is going to be over the head of Jackson Cohen, and that is going to score 2 more runs. And Solis with a 2 RBI double.
Yes, the bats just keep rolling as this varsity squad heard what was happening across the other side of town with the JV team in game 1 against Glenn. JV and JV2 on the road playing at Glenn, and earlier JV was up 18-0 in the third.
Number 27, Adolfo Arribes, the right fielder, will stand in. Batting from the left side. He is the third lefty. In the lineup. That pitch low for ball 1.
You absolutely love having these lefties, Coach does, and having 3 of them again, and Mason, Christian, and Arribas.
That pitch outside for ball 2. We want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball here on SHN Sports. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and the notification bell that will let you know when we go live each and every ball game. Rickmers shakes off the sign. Brennan gives him another one. He spins off to look Solis back to second. Roberts trying to keep him honest. This is line to first. He drops it.
Transfer.
Oh, is it transferred? Or?
Yeah, he dropped it in transfer. He caught it. He went to spin to adjust his feet, and in the process of making that move, it popped out. So great hit on the screws line drive, just was right at the first baseman, Nathan Anaya.
Andrew Sanchez at the plate. Bork is his gamer tag. And he lays off a pitch that I think he wished he could have back. That was right down the middle for a strike, a called strike. 0-1 the count. Carson Pruitt on deck. The 0-1 delivery. That's inside for ball one. That will even it up.
Andrew coming off of an unbelievable junior season last year where he led the charge for the Rouse Raiders through the playoffs.
1-1. That misses low for ball two.
He'll be looking to expand upon that, pick up where he left off. And I heard that ball yelled all the way from up
the
here.
left, and then Sanchez will drive Solis in for an RBI.
And now that's your one person in Pruitt.
One on with one out here in the bottom of the first. Raiders leading this one 5-0 over the Grizzlies. Carson Pruitt will come to the plate. Scott Knight on deck. That pitch off the end of the glove of Brennan, and Sanchez will easily advance to second base on a pass ball.
Yeah, we'll get to see a little bit of Andrew Sanchez being tagged in at first base by Mason Gonzalez when Mason goes to pitch, which we may see that a few times throughout the year.
The 1-0, that's in the dirt for ball two. He called that a strike?
He called those. No way.
There's no way. That was.
It was in the.
And off his.
And it was low too.
Now it's 2 balls and 1 strike. I don't like it when the umpire doesn't agree with my call. The 2-1, that's inside for ball 3.
Good hitters count here for Pruitt. Loves to pull the ball. We'll see if he's able to sneak one past Deloach over there at third.
I believe that was his 26th pitch of the inning so far.
I could tell you we are.
That pitch misses low for ball 4 and
9 total. He was 28 before that, and now it should be 29 pitches.
Okay. Rickmers gives up his second walk of the inning, and Coach Darling is going to make a second visit.
And I do not see anybody in tow, so this could be he's already given it to him, but I think it's going to be a change up of positional players on the field. Yep, Rickmers is making his way to center field, or at least to the outfield as of right now, and coming in is number.
That would be the left fielder. I believe that's Jackson Cohen, number 4. No, it's number 6.
No, okay, well, maybe not.
Hold on, he's
headed back out and say, no, I'm staying in. You're going out. But number 1 is the new pitcher, Caleb Toller. Caleb Toller, number 1 for the Glen Grizzlies. Grizzlies is coming in to replace Blake Rickmers. Blake Rickmers does go out to the outfield and replaces number 4, Jackson Cohen. So Jackson Cohen has come out, but we will have to find out if Rickmers is going to center. Yeah, it looks like Rickmers is going in at center, and Anthony Rodriguez is probably going to make his way to left field.
All right,
but we'll give it a moment to confirm that for everybody at home. We'd love to
we didn't pull out your binoculars.
I literally just thought that same thing. I was like, man, I wanted to see the numbers out there. My eyes are not as good as they used to be there, Mr. Francis.
So Toller getting his warm-ups in. Usually they'll give them 8 pitches. Scott Knight will come to the plate. He represents the 9th batter in the order and in this inning.
And yes, Anthony Rodriguez is moving over to left field, and Rickmers is moving to center from pitcher. And again, Caleb Toller has replaced Rickmers on the bump. Left field is Anthony Rodriguez, who was in center field.
First pitch misses inside for ball 1. Cohen came out.
Correct. Cohen is out. Once again, runners at second and first.
That pitch is hammered down the left field line and will go foul for strike 1.
And as mentioned before, Scott Knight, the younger brother to Jack Knight,
And we'll leave
2023 graduate.
Had a lot of brothers play.
Very much so.
That pitch high and inside for ball 2. So
You
yeah,
would know a
C5.
lot more than I do. Yep. Heinrich,
C5, Carter Heinrich,
Carter, and
Rainer Heinrich.
Nerner.
And you had Little Shotty and Big Shotty.
Yes, sir.
You had the Forcell brothers, Lucas and Xander. That's Lucas, right?
No, Drew.
Drew, that's right.
Drew, first baseman. Lucas was Sparshoe.
Luke, that's what, because I was talking about Big Shotty, Little Shotty. So Joe Sparshoe is Little Shotty.
And
That'll get him on the shoulder.
To load the bases. So not really what Coach was looking for there
And that
from his
load
reliever.
Again.
And Burry comes back around
Back
for
to
his
the top of the order. And Joe Burry is 0 for 0. He drew a walk his first time up after being down in the count, 0-2. Toller from the stretch. The pitch. This is popped up and fouled back out of play for strike 1.
Are these uniforms new, or
They
did
are
we have them
uniforms.
last year?
They're new ones.
They are new. I like them.
I like them too.
Little goldish number. It's a Vegas
With
gold
Vegas gold
number.
lettering bordered in black.
Yeah, beautiful looking jersey. It's a lot of white though, but hey, they don't have dirt to play on anymore.
This is hit out towards center. Rickmer's tracking it. He will make the catch, and that will be a sac fly for Joe Burry.
Great job. Who stays at 0-0, but improves his RBI numbers. And Rickmers wanted to put himself in position to be able to run up on that to try to make a strong throw, but the wind just kept pushing it, and he had to backpedal just to keep himself under the ball to make the catch, and that allowed for an easy score from Andrew Sanchez from third. And
hey,
Arias.
Guess what?
That
pitch got the outside corner to Christian Caro for strike 1. Look who is chimed in.
Uh-oh.
Mike Alipa. Those two voices behind the mic sound familiar. Throw down to second.
Oh, got him.
We'll be in time, and
that's only 2 outs, right? Oh no, my bad. The fly out. My bad.
Scott Knight.
I didn't.
Caught stealing for out number 3. And that will end the Raider first. But they get 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, and they leave 1.
So 6-0 after the first, and
after 1 complete, it's 6-0 Rouse. On to the second we go. Jacob Sines makes his way back to the mound to pitch the second after a long rest there in the bottom.
Well, yeah, I was going to do a quick review. So just sort of a tale of two sides here. Starting pitcher for Glenn, Rickmers, goes, he goes a third. This is interesting. Why is this?
He goes a third of an inning.
Oh, it's lagging, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just now getting. Sorry, folks. I will have that for you momentarily after Game Changer catches up.
I'll go back to Mike Aleppa here. Mike Aleppa, the dad to Rouse alumnus Jake Aleppa of 2021 fame.
And the call of
Slam.
the century. I mean, I would definitely say one of the biggest calls of the Rouse Raider.
Dom Tanyag will take for a strike.
Time, and with that grand slam in the playoffs, that was just phenomenal.
The 0-1 pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2. And Tanyag down in the count quickly, 0-2. Christina Diaz in the house. How are you doing?
Diaz.
1-2 the count. She smells good. What do you got on? You smell like an ice cream cone.
Ooh.
Smells like a waffle cone. This is lifted foul and back out of play.
Oh, they gave chase. It was actually sort of in no man's land as Signs, Knight, and Pruitt all crashed on it, and nobody able to make the play. But
Mike says field and video look great. You like those camera angles, Mike? Give you a little different look.
Yeah, and then we can, boom, let's go back to our picture-in-picture here. And
from the windup, the 1-2 pitch. That is cut on and hit foul.
Yeah, just noticing that Scott Knight was playing well off the line and tried to slap one down, and
that's right off the
almost did
the head of the bat.
And he has not made the adjustment either.
Anthony Rodriguez on deck. The 1-2 from Signs. This is hammered down first base. Gonzalez will take it and step on the bag. That'll go 3-3U.
Was late to the party on that one, folks. I tried to get the play there, but Mason knocking that one down easily. Very crisp hit ball.
It was a hard hit ball for sure. Rodriguez will stand in. That pitch fouled back out of play for strike 1. Rodriguez, the left fielder. That pitch in for a ball.
Outside. Low and outside ball. Ball 1.
The 1-1 pitch down the middle for a strike, and that'll take the count 1-2. That is chopped on, and that'll be played by Knight. The throw to first in time.
Great defensive play again. Just really great speed there from Scott Knight.
And a bare hand throw. Pick up and throw.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way that one's going to play is he had to bare hand that and made it look very, very clean. And
that'll go 5-3 on the put out of Rodriguez. We're out number 2. That'll bring up Nathan Anaya, the first baseman. That first pitch in for a strike.
And now Signs showing no issues with the long wait as he is just going right at these Grizzly hitters.
1-1 the count. This is cut on. This will drop in for a base hit. Shallow center field.
Center fielder number 2, Blake.
That is the third hit for the Grizzlies this evening.
Yeah, 2 of which have been just shots right up the middle.
This will bring up Blake Rickmers. Looks like the JV is already back. That pitch outside for ball one. Well, maybe. He's the only one I see so far. The 1-0. This is fouled back out of play for strike one. And Chase Roberts helping his on-deck fielding percentage.
Good job, Chase.
Good job, Chase.
I don't know that we've
Keeping
had
up that
anybody
on-deck fielding percentage.
been
It's
able
the
to
first.
keep
It's
up.
been the first chance tonight. Pitch down and away
Man,
for
that's
ball
so
two
close.
or ball three.
What's the lag show on the height of that pitch? You should be able to see it.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, it was
It
low.
was low. Okay. Again, a great thing to.
Deuce is wild for Rickmers. 2 balls with 2 strikes and 2 outs. The 2-2, this is hit out towards center. This will drop in for a base hit, and that'll put 2 aboard.
And just like in the first inning, 2 aboard with 2 outs, and back at it here again in the second.
Mike says he loves all the camera angles. Raiders playing on a new field this year. It's all turf.
Yes, sir. Brown turf, green turf, light green turf, dark green turf.
I missed that first pitch. What was that?
Yes. Ball.
Roberts 0 for 1. He grounded to short his first time up. He lifts this one foul for strike one. That will even things up.
Did you hear that at one of the UMHB games that I drove mom? Me and mom went to?
Jonathan Wilson in the house.
Okay. I was scared to tell him.
The 1-1 pitch. This is line to short. Solis has it, and that will do it for the Grizzlies second. They get no runs on 2 hits. They leave 2.
No.
After 1.5, it's 6-0 Rouse.
Okay, and now I can go in and get our numbers here. So Blake Rickmers in the did go 1/3 of an inning on 29 pitches, 12 for strikes, allowing 4 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and no strikeouts recorded. Toller has come in now to finish that off, and we'll go ahead and go over his after he is completed for the day. But in comparison, 29 pitches, 12 for strikes in the first, and signs on the other side here for Rouse. He's got a total of 39 pitches, 28 for strikes through 2 innings. So definite change there and difference in the outings so far here for Glenn versus Rouse, and that shows in the score with the Rouse Raiders up 6-0, and coming to the plate is a Rivas.
No, it's Christian Carpenter. He was at bat.
Yes.
When
Christian
Scott Knight was caught stealing.
That's right. Comes in and gets to start all over with a new count.
A good crowd here tonight. On the district opener, that pitch in for a strike down the middle. And, of course, the dedication of the season to my beautiful bride, Norma Francis.
No better way to start it out there, Michael.
I had no idea that was going to happen this season. And when I found out about it, it got me. Let's just say that. The 1-1 upstairs for ball 2. And so I have this picture of her in my room, and I was talking to her before the game, that pitch outside for ball 3, and I said, honey, you just don't realize the impact that you had on so many people. The 3-1, that gets the outside corner for strike 2,
Yeah, she
and that
was,
worked the count full.
Very giving soul.
And I've had so many Rouse faithful and attended her celebration of life services, and her celebration of life is something. Norma was a children's ministry director and a children's minister in her own right, and she would not have wanted her services to be sad and that pitch high and outside for ball 4, and Carl will draw a leadoff walk. And so that was my objective, that her service would be lighthearted and fun. People to wear polka dots, because when she felt like days were going to be rough for her, she would wear polka dots. And so
And Converse.
And Converse.
Got to have the Converse, the red Converse.
We encouraged people at church that pitch in for a strike to Connor Thompson. Thompson 1 for 1 with a single. He came around to score.
Yeah, a lot of the Rouse football team here in support of Connor Thompson and the Rouse baseball squad.
Pitch outside for ball 1. And so it was a very impactful service, and I've had so many people come back and tell me that they've never attended a service quite like that, where they walked out, for those who never really met her, wishing that they had met her in life, just because they saw the impact that she had on so many people. She worked at Mardell for 15 years, and with 15 years, Mardell retired her. So she didn't have to quit. She retired. Pitch upstairs for ball 2, and that will even the count up at 2. And so I don't have enough good things to say about the fine people at Mardell that made those things happen for her. That pitch way inside for ball 3 and works the count full.
Don, you could turn the light on. I mean, if you need it.
The payoff pitch is popped up on an infield fly, and Toller will make the catch himself.
Didn't do it fast enough.
And we'll bring up Mason Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a ground rule 2 RBI double back in the first.
The second ground rule double of the game.
Toller from the stretch, that pitch way outside. I'll tell you what, that catcher behind the plate has it
Bill
all.
had an opportunity to get him even with the dropped ball. So, yeah, that was...
Carl's fast, but if that throw had been more in line, that would have been probably caught him stealing.
Very much so, as he did Scott Knight earlier.
That was upstairs for ball 2.
Scott Knight, another one with really good speed on the base path, and he got him in a bang-bang play on the throwdown.
Jacob Solis on deck. 2-0 the count. That pitch outside for ball 3. 3-0.
Just getting away from him, these pitches here for Caleb Toller. He's not able to that was a good pitch there. He came back in on that one.
He called that a strike.
Yeah, that was right down the pipe there. So
Norma, one of the original Raider baseball moms, spent many a night out here. That pitched right down the middle for strike 2.
All right, draws to a full count.
Toller with a full count. The payoff pitch. That is lined down the right field line. That will score Caro. The throw home will be cut off by Anaya, and there will be no play at the plate.
Yeah, again, another nuked ball here. Mason Gonzalez. I mean, that actually, Nathan Anaya thought he was all over that to make the catch and just had so much on it with that spin, that late spin that brought it away from the glove. And I looked up like, what happened? I had the ball and it's not in my glove anymore.
Gonzalez with 3 RBIs on the game. Came around to score as well. Brings Solis up to the plate. That pitch way outside for ball 1. Adolfo Arribas on deck. Gonzalez extends his lead at first. This is
Get foul.
Foul down the right field side.
Again, in no man's land there. Very, very big foul territory that we have here at Rouse Field. That did not change with and none of the dimensions changed either, even though we have all new, not just field, but fencing as well.
That pitch high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike count to Solis. 325 down the right field line, 324 down the left, and 381 to straightaway center. That pitch high for ball 3. Most likely 370 down the power alleys.
Yes, very symmetrical for the most part.
That pitch high and inside for ball 4.
Ball 4.
That should be ball 4.
Yeah, Solis didn't even know that it was a walk.
Know your count.
He's looked at him. He goes, "Hey man, that's ball 4." And Jacob's like, "Oh, is that 4? Okay."
That will bring up Adolfo Arribas. Arribas lined to first his first time up. Andrew Sanchez on deck. Arribas will take high and outside for ball 1. Again, high and outside. That'd be ball 2. So be with us on Friday night, a 7 o'clock game start at Glenn High School. Now, Jonathan and I will try to figure out how we can incorporate our camera angles. That pitch down the middle for strike. I thought it looked a little
low. Where's the replay? Oh, I don't have it on. I don't have it on.
Because we got base runners on. Coach wants it behind the plate whenever he has base runners on.
That's right.
Now, Rivas will foul that one off the catcher's mask.
Yeah, folks, as much as I did say, please let us know and give us any kind of input you have on camera angles, how you're liking them, as we're trying to catch as much of the action as possible and take advantage of these camera views. But Coach does trump anything anybody else says, just throwing it out there.
That pitch low for ball 3, and the count goes full. 2 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Rouse leading this one 7-0 over the Glen Grizzlies.
Yeah, Coach did say he really likes the back behind the
high and into left field. Rodriguez camps underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that will retire Arribas, who went oppo.
Yeah, he did. A little harmless, but with 2 on and Andrew Sanchez up, we still have a good wind blowing out to left. I would bet that he may give this boy a ride here and see how far he can hit it.
Sanchez with an RBI single. That is hit back up toward the middle. That'll be played by Gamboa. The throw to first in time.
Kaspar
and that will retire. That will go 4-3 on the put out of Bork to end the Raiders' second. They get 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 2. And on to the third we go. We want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsor, Mode Design. I'm going to thank them for their valuable support. I got to know Christy as we worked the tournament in here, and she ran the scoreboard.
Yes.
Very sweet lady, and we enjoyed getting to work with her. And we thank her and her husband, the Hassanawats, for their sponsorship of Rouse Raider baseball.
Yeah, once again, just could not do it without them. And anybody that's interested in sponsorship, we do still have some
Sponsor
available
spots
spots for advertisement here through our games. We can actually even, if you want to have a plug or prepared little.
Due up for the Grizzlies, Deloach, Brennan, and Wagner.
But yeah, we can definitely
Jacob Signs back out on the mound.
Work that in. Yeah, coming out for his third inning of work. And, as I mentioned, he had only 39 pitches through the first 2 innings. Really high strike to pitch ratio so far through this game. I would say that, there definitely was a lot less strikes in that first inning as he was feeling out this strike zone from the home plate umpire.
Deloach is 1 for 1 with a single. This is slap foul and out of play for strike 1.
Now, this is a man's man right here. I mean, this is a dude. I mean,
right.
This kid is big.
Well, that kid from Stratford was huge.
Right?
That pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2.
Yeah, I mean, he is comparable to anybody you even see at the college level.
Signs from the windup. He'll step off and reset.
My guess is probably
have Pruitt go back through the signs.
6'2", 230.
And pitch down and away for ball 1.
And Signs not wanting to make that error over the middle of the plate to give Deloach an opportunity as he's working around him here, but still trying to throw strikes.
That pitch way outside for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Raiders leading this one 7-0.
A low breaking pitch here, make him chase.
2-2 high and outside for ball 3. Signs will step off again, and Deloach will step out of the box and reset. The payoff pitch.
There it is. There it is.
We'll do it for Deloach as he retired for the first time tonight. The first strikeout on the night for Jacob Signs.
And way to challenge him on that one. It was really, really good off-speed pitch that Deloach was out in front of and really never had an opportunity on it.
That'll bring up Joe Brennan. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to left his first time up. Signs has called time, and he wants to visit with his catcher. Make sure they're on the same page. Well, the sun has set, and the temperature has cooled down quite a bit.
Didn't that used to be up top?
Nope. It's always been down in the bottom.
Here I am with this picture-in-picture, everybody, and nobody's ever even able to see it at home.
That pitch in for a strike to Brennan.
Now you get the picture-in-picture, folks. Top right hand of your screen.
That'll be a pass ball and to the backstop for ball 1. Handful of aces for Joe Brennan. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out.
And they have not scored.
Brennan calls time. Aaron Wagner on deck.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
The 1-2 pitch. That's low for ball 2. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball here on SHN Sports. Swing and a miss for strike 3 and back-to-back strikeouts for Jacob Signs.
Yeah.
That'll bring up Aaron Wagner. Aaron Wagner is 1 for 1 with a ground rule double. His first time up, back in the first. First pitch off range, down and away for ball 1. The 1-0, this is lifted foul and back out of play.
Okay.
That will even the count at 1. There is some activity going in the Grizzly bullpen. And I say it's number 11. That pitch for a strike.
Number
Is
18.
it 18?
18.
1 ball, 2 strike count to Wagner.
That would be Blake Hutchins getting warmed up.
Signs with the windup, the 1-2 pitch. That's high for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and he retires the side in order on strikeouts. No runs in the Grizzly third. On to the bottom we go. Due up for the Raiders, Pruitt, Knight, and Berry.
So the 8, 9, and 1 hitters making their way back around. Berry getting his opportunity for his third at bat here in the third inning. Looking to see if they can get the bats hot again as they did in the first inning, and does not look like we have had any changes here in the defense for the Grizzlies. Give me a moment just to verify.
Jace Mann in the house.
Makes sense now. Took me out.
So I want to thank Marjorie Morris for coming out. She's known as Gigi to Norma and I. A co-worker at Mardell, and Norma's very best friend, Debbie Gardner, here at the house, and Alyssa watching from home. We want to thank them for tuning in. Ellen says, love the camera angle on the batter. So clear. This is really fun, and hearing Mike makes it better. Mike, you may have missed your calling.
Does a great job. The dulcet tones of Mr. Michael Francis.
The dulcet tones of Mr. Michael Francis. Well, I'm not sure about that. I guess, this is one of my callings. I've been doing this. It's my 12th season. Jonathan's 5th season.
Yes, sir. It's so enjoyable. I mean, we get to
Kathleen's
watch
5th season being up here with us as well. That pitch outside for ball 1 to Pruitt. Pitch from Toller outside for ball 2.
Would have been a strike if he'd have caught it. Isn't that what they like to say?
Caleb Toller on the mound for the Grizzlies. Toller comes set, the 2-0 pitch. That's insane. What? What? Did he just call that high and inside pitch a strike?
I mean, it literally almost grazed the hands of Pruitt, who is
he's in the
all counts in the middle of the box. Yes, he's not. Same pitch.
Well, he check swings and holds up for ball 3.
And that was the same pitch. Wow.
Thank you for the kind words, Ione. Scott Knight on deck. That pitch in for a strike, and the count goes full. Toller toes in on the rubber. Comes set. The payoff pitch. That is cut on and hit back up the middle. This will be played by Roberts, who will throw it way past the first baseman. It was deep in the hole. I'm not going to give him the error on that because I believe
it was a spinning move
that Carson Pruitt would have legged that one out. So we're going to give We're going to give Pruitt his base hit.
Yeah, great hit up the middle, and Adrian Graves, I believe, is the one now coming in to relieve him.
Then I would have
Yes.
credited the error to Roberts if Pruitt would have advanced to second. But as it goes, he will not be charged for the error.
Yeah, he rounded like he wanted to, and then quickly, I think Coach Perez put the brakes on him and said, no, the ball did not get away far enough.
Tonight in for a strike. Knight was hit by a pitch his last time up. Toller comes set, the 0-1. That pitch low for ball one, and that will even it up. Joe Burry on deck. Beautiful night here in Leander. That was fouled off for a strike, and that will take the count 1-2. Wind blowing out of the south from right to left. In stark contrast to what it was on Friday and Saturday, as the wind shifted and blew out of the north, and we had some cold
we did.
days in here. Cold nights.
Had to break out the hoodies again, man. When I'm chilling at the house, I was like, woohoo.
Well, we finally had to shut that door. Another broadcast team was running a cord through it, and that made it hard for us to be able to shut the door. As we pinched their cord, that pitched low for ball two, and that will even the count at 2. 1 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Your Raiders leading this one 7-0 over the Grizzlies. Graves extends his lead. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Knight goes down swinging for out number 1. That is the first strikeout of the night for the Grizzly pitching staff.
It is, and had a great streak going as the final game. Well, I say that the final game that I called during the LISD tournament Friday night, they had no strikeouts. There was not a single strikeout of a Raider batter in that game.
Toller will step off and work his glove and get his hand back in it. Joe Burry comes to the plate. He has a walk and a sacrifice fly to his credit, and an RBI sacrifice fly. He shows bunt.
Fouls that one off. Not able to lay it down. Actually, late breaking movement in that pitch came in on the hands of Burry and tried to get out of the way, but couldn't pull the bat back as well, and fouled it off.
The 0-1 delivery. That's low for ball 1. 1-1. Christian Caro on deck. Pitch high and inside for ball 2. I thought for a second he was going to call that a strike. He's called that a strike previously.
Yes, he has.
Toller comes set. The 2-1. That's inside for ball 3.
He's called that one a strike too.
He has.
I was waiting for it.
3-1 the count to Burry. He already has 1 walk to his credit. This is hit foul and playable. Well, no, it's not. It hits off the Raider dugout. So going back to Friday night's game and talking about how we try to work out the camera angles, here we have fixed mounts for our cameras to give you these other views, but when we're visiting other schools, we don't have that ability to do that. Oh my goodness.
Outside.
What a terrible.
Almost in the lefty batter's box, on the line of the lefty batter box, and he called that a strike.
That was the worst call of the night.
Wow.
That'll bring up Christian Caro. And Toller doesn't like the ball.
Yeah, Caleb Toller said, give me something different.
And he throws it out of play. I guess he agreed with him.
And I think Carter May just turned around and threw the same ball right back in.
No, he didn't.
I know.
We can say that.
Carter May probably slated to be game 2 starter. You can't give it both sides, Blue. Just saying, you can't do
Jonathan, you vowed that you were not going to do that anymore. This is great. This is ripped into right center. That'll send Caro over to third. Or not Caro, but Pruitt. Graves, I'm sorry. Graves courtesy running for Pruitt.
Yeah, Graves running for Pruitt and Christian Caro with a great hit.
That'll bring up Connor Thompson. Thompson is popped up to the pitcher and he is singled, and he came around score. Mason Gonzalez on deck. This is hit deep. That could be to the fence. No! Brickmer's over, and he actually makes the catch. I thought that had a chance to get out of here.
Oh, yeah, I think the wind held that up just enough to allow Rickmers an opportunity to run under the ball, and great play for Rickmers. Quick on the fence, to the spot that he needed to be. Very little wasted movement.
Raiders get no runs on 2 hits. They leave 2. And after 3, it's 7-0 Rouse. On to the 4th we go. Due up for the Grizzlies in the 4th, Gamboa, Tanyag, and Rodriguez.
Yeah, Signs back in here for his 4th inning of work.
I thought that really had a chance to get out of here.
I mean, off the bat, he didn't miss it at all. I mean, that was absolutely nuked, and it was right center. And again, I can only say that the wind, that cross wind, was able to just hold that ball up enough, as it really had a lot of top spin, and you would expect that to drop a little bit more. And I think the wind just held it up enough, but not to take away from Rickmers. He made a great play on that. And we now know why they moved him into center field.
Yes, we did. So that one hit all the way out to the warning track. And we can actually say we have a warning track now. Where in years past, the grass went all the way to the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those. I've played some fields over the years that they would put still very light pea gravel out there, just as a notifier to your fielder to let him know, hey man, your warning track, you only have a few steps before fence, right? And just to help save them a little bit.
Gamboa will foul tip that to the catcher's mitt for strike 1. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to short his first time up. The 0-1. It gets the outside corner. A little generous.
A little generous, it is. I mean, I'm calling that a ball just like we had against us, and it's well off the plate.
The 0-2.
Hit the same spot again, and
that was a much better looking pitch.
Didn't give it
to him. And it's interesting because that strike that he called on Burry was just way outside for the punch out. That is hit to third, the throw to first in time, and that will do it for Gamboa as he grounds tonight at third base.
And again, Knight
1.
Making a nice strong throw, setting his feet after watching the ball. I mean, that easily could have been interfered. That hits the bag and it boots. That's still a fair ball. Runner safe, and Scott Knight did a great job of reading and reacting to the bounce on that ball and setting his feet and making a good solid throw.
Signs winds and deals down the middle to Tanyag for strike 1. That pitch inside for ball 1. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What gets me, Michael, is all
1 out.
You have one out.
watching where these, one out,
Yeah, one out.
where these umps decide to sit.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I only had one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is only the second batter.
2-2.
2-2 and
Yep.
1. Yeah, one out. Okay, we're putting it to the test. Up,
This is hit out to left.
we can say
Bury over. He makes the catch.
There you
and
go.
that will do it for Tanyag. Out number 2.
I wanted to see you do it because you said you figured it out. I wanted to see you figure that one out.
Mike letting us know, good night, my friends. I will try to get to the game in Liberty Hill next week. Of course, he defected and moved to Liberty Hill after Jake graduated. He lived over there by me. He lived in Blockhouse.
Okay.
That pitch to Rodriguez misses for.
We won't hold that against him much, I guess,
That pitch way inside for ball 2.
I mean, he finally, after like 4 seasons, got me that hoodie that we've been talking about for years and years. I finally have it.
2-0. That's fouled off for a strike. 2-1.
And wouldn't you know, we haven't had a cool enough day tournament-wise.
We did. You could have had it here on Thursday. We just talked about that because it got really cold with that wind blowing in here. A 2-1, that's way inside, and he is pitching Rodriguez inside.
Very much so. He's setting him up here for the breaking pitch.
The 3-1, that pitch down and away, and called strike.
And again, just.
And the count goes full. Hey, we know how it is.
Yeah, we know. We
had Burry called out on a strike that was.
Yeah, got punched out on one. At least he's got another opportunity here.
That pitch misses low.
Now he gets to him. And Rodriguez with a very soft toss, not wanting to send the bat too far away from him, just in case.
Rodriguez, the 5th base runner of the night for the Grizzlies. They've had runners in scoring position, but
all but the last inning, and then they had base runners in every inning with the exception.
Way outside for ball 1.
Anybody warming up over there?
Not yet.
Okay. Again, I'm in my little corner hole over here. I can't see our dugout. I mean our dugout at all. Yeah.
That pitch.
That
generous.
That caught the corner.
No, it did. I'm going to disagree with that. Another generous call. But he is, as you like to say, swinging a miss for strike 2. As you like to say, he's consistently
inconsistent. Yes, sir.
1 and 2. 2 out with 1 on. Here in the top of the 4th.
I really hate to say it. I don't.
1-2. That's upstairs for ball 2. And that will even it up.
But as I was going to say, Michael, look at where they position themselves.
Mike says, I have some more if you need another.
I mean, how can you call anything on the outer half whenever you're behind the batter?
This is going to be hit into left field. That'll be a base hit for Anaya. Runners at first and second with 2 outs for Rickmers. Rickmers is 1 for 1. He singled back in the second. You got any of those, Mike, that are made by Omar the tent maker? One that might fit me?
75. Yeah, 75.
Signs from the stretch. He checks Rodriguez back at second. He'd come home. That one upstairs for ball 1. We do have some activity going. It looks like Graves may be getting loose in the bullpen.
Yeah, and if he just got up, I mean, this will just be a little bit of a
courtesy trip.
a little bitty talk here and give him an opportunity to get some more pitches under his belt for Graves, warming up. Yeah, he's definitely not one to ever pull early, and just see what's going on in the mind of Signs, and talk to the guys in the infield, see how they feel about the game so far, and how Signs is looking. And yep, as expected. All right, guys.
He's like, we just need one out.
Yeah.
Throw some strikes. Let's get out of the inning. As you know, some of those conversations that go on in that mound visit.
You don't want to be in some of those conversations.
Both my boys were pitchers, and so
you would know more than I would. Caden really never pitched much. He did pitch some, but
Tim never pitched for Coach Crimp, but Seth did. He pitched misses for ball too, and Seth told me there was some very colorful conversations that went on. Chase Roberts on deck. The 2-0 pitch, swinging a miss for strike one.
Was it anything about chickens and curses on gloves and wedding gifts by chance? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
We got a lot of stuff going on here.
This is fouled away, and that will even the count at 2. Which, as a pitcher, you have to feel a little better about that. Where you're at when in a 2-2 count.
Deuce is wild.
Signs come set. Breaking ball. This is hit to short, and that will do it.
That's what we needed.
That'll be L6. See, line to short for out number 3, and that will end the Grizzly fourth. They get no runs on 1 hit. They leave 2 as they have stranded 6 base runners.
Yeah, again, defense doing a really good job. I mean, really the only bad defensive play that we've had. I mean, the hits have been really good hits, right? The ground rule double, I believe, was slightly misplayed by Burry in the first that allowed Deloach to get to third, which was the only runner that we have, correct, at this point, to third?
Yeah, Deloach got to third.
He got to third. He thought he was able to go home, but he had not rounded third when the ball had bounced over the field, so he had to come back to third and was stuck there. And
because he came from first, so if he had been on second,
that's right. Yes, ground rule double.
It would have been a ground rule double. So you can only take the next base.
2 bases. Yeah.
Caleb Toller back out on the mound to pitch the Raider fourth. Due up for the Raiders, Gonzalez, Solis, and Uribe.
And again, no defensive changes here for the Glen Grizzlies. Here in the bottom of the 4th, and we'll move over here to get the front side of the lefty here.
Yeah. To the field cam. That first pitch in for a strike. Nothing in 1 to count to Gonzalez. Solis on deck. Gonzalez hammers this down to first. Anaya has it, and that will retire Gonzalez. That is the first leadoff that they've retired on the evening.
Yeah, they came out of the gates on fire, putting up 6 runs in the bottom of the 1st, and since then only able to muster up 1 more run. Heart of the lineup here.
That pitch down and away for ball 1.
Okay, don't do
Jacob Solis stands in. The 1-0. This is hit
That's
way
in the
deep
gap.
into
And,
right center, and Solis with an easy stand-up double.
and once again, Rickmers was right on it. I mean, he just barely missed being able to make a play on that ball. Possesses a lot of great speed out there, as you would expect from a center fielder. I know I mentioned it earlier, but even that one was true gap ball that he just outside the stretch of the glove.
That'll bring up Adolfo Arribas. He's 0 for 2. He is lined to first and flown out to left. He will take outside for ball 1. And I thought there for a second when he came out of his stance, he was about to call it.
What?
Not only was it outside, but it was
High. Oh, it was low?
Yes.
Okay.
The 1-0. And that will squib away from Brennan, and Solis will advance to third on the pass ball.
Yeah, off his kneecap there of Brennan. I think it snuck underneath his glove.
2-0 the count to Arribas. He will take inside for a strike. 2-1.
And still number 18. Blake Hutchins still warming up over there in
We
the
do have
bullpen.
somebody in the Raider bullpen getting loose.
That's Newt to left field. Nice little oppo pitch. Going the other way with it.
Solis, that'll be an RBI single for Arribas.
Again, what I absolutely love to see out of a lefty is do not try to do too much. If they're going to pitch you outside, go with the pitch, drive it the opposite way through the 5-6 hole. And
Christian Caro getting loose in the Raider dugout.
Well, or is it Graves? Is it number 3?
No, it's not Graves. He was up, but no, that's not Caro. That's somebody else. I saw 5 on them. All right, that's going to be it for Toller.
And then in comes, as I mentioned earlier, should be number 18. Yes. And that will be Blake Hutchins, number 18 for the Glen Grizzlies, as the third pitcher here for the Glen Grizzlies.
Toller goes 3 innings.
And that is 8. And we got a hit.
18. And what was his name again?
Blake Hutchins. 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 Well, let me get everything updated here.
I guess Mike must have signed off before he heard my comment about one that was made by Omar the tent maker. That would fit me. Well, I'm not that big. I just like to say that.
You're down. What you talking about? You skinny over here, man.
Well, skinny I'm not, but I wish I was.
Boy, this is crazy lag.
Andrew Sanchez
on the game changer
will be coming to the plate after. Ooh, that was dangerous right there. That was some head level stuff on that warm up pitch.
All right, and a real quick rundown here. So Caleb Toller leaves the game having pitched 3 innings, as mentioned by Mr. Francis earlier, allowing 4 hits just like Rickmers did, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks. So, again, just not really being able to be consistent. Some of that is due to really good and timely hitting here by the Raiders. And then in steps the big man, Andrew Sanchez.
Raiders leading this one 8-0. As Hutchins from the stretch, that first pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery, that's way outside for ball 2. Carson Pruitt on deck for the Raiders. This is lifted high into left center. Rickmer's able to get over to it, and that will do it for Sanchez.
Yeah, just missed that. Just missing that one more off the end of the bat there from Andrew Sanchez, not really able to put a lot behind it. And Rickmer's able to settle under with no issues.
Hutchins comes set. First pitch offering gets the outside corner for a strike. Pruitt is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Scott Knight on deck. The 0-1, that's in and out of the glove of Brennan, and that will be a pass ball.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, did he call it? I think he. Yeah, what did he call that? Because I thought I saw him motion like a strike.
All right, we'll go 0-2. That pitch misses for a ball, and we'll see when he gives the signs. 1-2.
Yeah, so he did call that second pitch a strike.
Hutchins comes set. Shakes off the sign. He doesn't come set. Now he comes set. The 1-2 pitch. In a minute, if he chases one, then that will do it for the Raider fourth. They get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1. After 4 complete, it's 8-0 Raiders. On to the 5th we go. Adrian Graves.
Adrian Graves has
comes
made
on
his
in
way
relief.
in.
Carson Pruitt. Oh, wait, no, we have a new catcher.
Oh, yes, we do.
That is going to be Colby Driscoll.
Yep, Colby Driscoll does make his way in. Colby Driscoll is number 8. And Adrian Graves is now on the bump for your Rouse Raiders, number 3.
I'm doing good. I'm starting to get the numbers in my head and who they belong to.
Quick little shot here for Jacob Signs. Does leave the game, having gone 4 innings, allowed 5 hits, no earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. So on a total of 80 pitches, 51 for strikes. So again, really good ratio there.
Due up for the Grizzlies in the 5th. Roberts, Deloach, and Brennan. Oh, my.
Oh, no.
What a day it has been.
Yes, sir. Bounce over here to the wonderful batter's view.
Chase Roberts will stand in. He is 0 for 2. He is grounded to short, and he is lined to short. This is hit out to right field. Arribas underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that will retire Roberts.
And 1 pitch, 1 out from Graves. Very efficient.
That will bring up Braylon Deloach. I'm sorry. He is 0 for 1. He has struck out and singled. That pitch in for a strike. We do have somebody getting loose in the Raider bullpen. It is a righty. I can tell you that. That wild pitch will go to the backstop. And, we've got a new stat.
The
We have
batter's box.
the batter's box fielding percentage.
1,000 for Deloach.
Yep. A new stat. That's the first one we've had. The 1-1.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's inside.
Rushed him back on that one. Little sweet chin music.
Yeah, 2-1.
Whoa. Had a little zip on there.
Get out of the way, dude. I just fielded the ball for you. Why are you throwing at me? The 2-1. This will be hit into right field. That'll be a base hit for Deloach.
Yeah, Deloach again covers the plate extremely well, and that was just a flip of the wrist to shoot that between the first and second base gap and out there to right field for Arribas. And that makes him 2 for 3.
Driscoll gives a sign to throw to first. Not in time as Deloach dives back in. I can't really see who is getting loose in the Raider bullpen.
Let's see if I can make it out. Strike.
Fastball down the middle for strike 2.
Good pitch.
Or no, strike 1. That was the first pitch to Brennan. Deloach staying pretty close to the bag. That pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2.
That warming up is number 15, Cooper Dye.
That is hit over to short. That'll be thrown over to first.
Oh, he's safe. Great attempt right there, but able to beat out the throw. But wow, Jacob Solis, unbelievable range on that. Tried to play the old Jeter using the cross the body throw.
Courtesy runner.
Also
say that is
15
number
or
15 or 16.
15. Yeah, Mason Harlow is now in to pinch run.
Aaron Wagner at the plate. He has doubled, ground rule doubled, and struck out. That pitch down and away for ball 1.
Two on, one out.
That is hit back up the middle. That'll be 1 and 2.
There you go. Way to get out of the inning.
Double play. That will go 1-4, 4-3.
Yeah, great double play. First double play of the game, I believe.
Yes, it is. And the Grizzlies gets no runs on 2 hits. They leave 1 after 4.5. It's 8-0 Rouse.
Is that
Due up for the Raiders? Knight, Berry, and Carl.
looks like we do have a different catcher.
No, he's a bullpen catcher.
Okay. I'm about to say I just was different guy.
Yep, no. Brandon's
Sam
back out there.
Okay, yep. He just was.
Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball here on SHN Sports. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you would like to be notified every time we go live throughout the district season and through our march to the playoffs. Our march to state.
March to state. It's just eluded us. We've been 1 game shy. 2 out of the last 4 years?
Yeah.
2 out of the last 4 years from the actual state championship game. Just losing
Last year was
heartbreakers.
a heartbreaking loss.
Yes.
in the 7th inning. Swing and a miss on a fastball down the middle.
Yeah,
Knight has been hit by a pitch, and he has struck out. He's 0 for 1. That pitch will hit him on the shoulder, and
Again.
he's been hit for the 2nd time tonight.
He's definitely not one
Trying
to shy
remember,
away
was
from
it
that.
the 21 season
Yes.
when we had, who was it that got hit all the time? Espinosa.
No, not the 21 season. Yeah, last year, 23 season was Tyler Espinosa, yeah. Oh, Espy.
Joe Burry will take for a
Wasn't
strike
it Drew?
on the outside
I'm
corner.
about to say it was Drew, wasn't it? In the 21 season, Drew Forcell.
Hutchins comes set from the stretch. He checks Knight at first. That is cut on and hit over to short. Throw to first will be in time, but Knight had a good jump, so there was no chance for a double play.
Yeah, so it works just the same as a bunt, just as effective with the jump that Scott Knight had on the hit and run call from Coach Crimpine.
That was a fielder's choice. And I'll go 6-3. First pitch. Knight will steal third.
On the throwback that was mishandled.
Well, no, it was a bad throw by Brennan.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it threw it over the head of Hutchins.
Don't you call it again, dude.
1-1 the count to Caro. Yeah, that first pitch was a terrible call.
It was, yes.
The 1-1 pitch, that's upstairs for ball 2. And Brennan actually seemed like he struggled a little bit to throw it back to him. A little bit. It's going here, it's going there, and I don't know if he hurt his hand. I saw him shaking his hand.
Maybe he needs to read a magazine and recite the
Did he call that a strike?
Yes, he did.
My gosh.
Another baseball reference, movie reference there.
This is...
Get in the gap. Get in the gap. Get in the gap. Yeah,
Rickner's able to get there, but that'll be a sacrifice fly. As
deep enough.
Knight will score.
I know that didn't go.
Yeah, he's doing a
he's
really good job.
He ranges really well.
I'd be interested to see him go to his right because everything he's had has been to his left.
That pitch high for ball 1 to Connor Thompson.
And he's cut everything down.
Thompson 1 for 3. He is singled, popped up to the pitcher, and flown out to center. A swing and a miss on a pitch down and away that he chased.
Yeah, he definitely chased on that one. Similar to Pruitt earlier in the last inning, chasing on that pitch that was well off the plate and outside of the zone.
The 1-1 from Hutchins.
Oh, wear it.
Will miss for ball 2.
Obviously, just saying what they said from the dugout folks.
He didn't want to get hit with the ball.
Oh, it was a breaking pitch, man. There was nothing on that. Come on.
That pitch down and away for ball 3, and Thompson in a 3-1 count.
Hey, the way he's been hitting, I wouldn't want to be hit by a pitch either. I want to swing away.
On deck.
See if he can rifle this over to right field.
3-1. He gets that off the end of the bat. And that goes foul. Payoff pitch, the 3-2. That's down and away for ball 4. Thompson will draw the walk. And then we'll bring up Gonzo.
Big Gonzo.
Big Gonzo.
Not little Gonzo. He's Big Gonzo now.
Gonzo is 2 for 3. He has singled, doubled. He has 3 RBIs to his credit. And he is lined to first, or not lined to first, but grounded to first. Help. So Coach Darling is going to call time.
And he's already taken them.
Making some changes here.
Yep, and I'm assuming it's going to be from the infield because he did not. Oh, he does have number 5. So it looks like number 5, Robert Sandoval, is making his
Hutchins
way.
is done. That number is Robert Sandoval.
Yes, number 5. I will go ahead and give you a little. There was the applause. Let us know if you heard the applause at home, folks, if you could. I mean, it shows that it's registering. We've got a few little play toys here that we can chime in with, and applause and laughter, a little wah, 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 and some funky Funktown music,
Yeah,
right? Here we go. There was the laughter, and then we have the applause. And, of course, the favorite here in the press box there.
I'm still hearing
Michael
the
Francis and
funky
I.
music.
No, that's their music over the.
Oh. Epic fail. So what's the book on Hutchins?
Hutchins exits the game
2/3.
having thrown 22 pitches, 12 for strikes, having gone 1 1/3,
1 1/3.
allowing 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. Boy, he's just the guy of the ones. The 1.1 innings, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 strikeout, 1 walk.
1 2/3.
1 1/3.
No, he's got 2 outs. He was the pitcher of record for this inning. So.
Oh, well, it could still be updating then because it's been lagging like crazy.
Oh, wait. No. Let's see. Because he came in with an out left under Toller. I don't know. I'm confused. That pitch in for strike 2 to Mason Gonzalez. 0-2 the count. Sandoval comes set. That pitch way outside. I don't know if you noticed that he tipped his head. That could actually be called a ball.
Oh, yeah.
Watch how he tipped his head if he does it again.
Now he's looking. He's looking at the base runner. Yeah. Yeah, he's doing a left glance out of his peripheral.
Okay.
At the base runner, so he didn't move his shoulders. He's just, the head's fine. Yeah. See, he's just looking. Yeah, he's looking at the runner.
Deuce is wild for Mason Gonzalez. 2-2. Yeah, Michelle said that she didn't hear the applause.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that doesn't come across. It shows up as registering on our broadcast mixer.
I don't know why we hear the other sounds, but we're not hearing the applause.
Did you hear the other? Did you hear the trombone and the
laughter and the Funky Town music? That pitch outside for ball 4. 2 aboard with 2 outs for Jacob Solis, who has had a hot bat.
Yeah, because we did come out and did just a test. We did the Friday night, set up everything, make sure we had all the cabling that we needed over at Michael's house. And then we came out on Sunday and we were able to set everything up and just see how the feeds were going to work. Although we didn't have bracketing, we needed we realized we did need to add that, and Monica had listened in. We
Yeah.
sent her a quick broadcast, and I think applause,
She
or
said
sorry,
she-
the funky music was all she heard.
Applause. Breaking
Good
ball.
pitch.
That was a 12-6 drop.
Yeah, that
right
was
there
a big 12-6 drop right there. Yes, sir.
for strike one. So Lees is walked and doubled twice. Pitch high and inside for ball one. He has an RBI to his credit, and he has scored twice.
Oh, Mr. Rouse is
Charlie
in
Rouse.
his house.
The 1-1, that's inside for ball two.
The namesake of
Rouse High
the
School.
school.
Great man. Really good
Yes.
man. I always enjoyed my conversations with Charlie.
A great speaker, too. He has done many,
This is lifted high and playable. And Rodriguez will make the catch, and that will do it for the Raider fifth. But they get one run on no hits. They leave two.
absolutely towering fly ball from Solis there. I think that one almost had a flight attendant on it. It was way up there, and
And after 5 complete, it's 9-0 Rouse.
No, I was out.
We have a new pitcher. 15.
oh, it is 15, which we did say a moment ago was
No, it ain't Chase Ad. Chase Atwood's
15
lefty.
is Cooper Dye. Number 15, Cooper Dye,
Cooper Dye
was made his way into this game. First time seeing him so far, and I don't know if y'all saw him in either of Saturday's games
No.
there, Michael.
No.
Okay, I have not. I have not seen him
If he
yet.
pitched, he pitched the 2 early games on Thursday and Friday.
Okay. Coach giving again opportunity to a lot of these hurlers to enter the game. Obviously, keep their arms fresh. Getting some reps and not overworking any one particular person, which is always great.
Due up for the Grizzlies, Gamboa, Tanyag, and Rodriguez.
Adrian Graves does lead with 1 full inning worked, allowing 2 hits, no earned runs, no strikeouts, and no walks. So he did allow 2 on, but had good defense working behind him to get out of that inning. He did throw a total of 10 pitches in that full inning of work. 7 for strikes from Adrian Graves.
Gamboa will come to the plate. He is 0 for 2. He is grounded to short and third base. He shows bunt and leaves it out. He will take a strike.
Yeah, still trying to make that one work. That was really high in the zone. He really probably would have been better off pulling back, but he thought maybe he could still get the bat on it and whiffed.
Dye will deal. He gets the outside corner for strike 2. Pitching from the stretch. Gamboa will call time.
And not stepping off his die. I love this.
It's like, get back in that
Come
box.
on, man. I am
Come on,
ready.
you rascal. Get back in that box. The 0-2 pitch. This is fouled back and out of play. Look at that. Look what's happening here. Look what's happening.
Oh,
Coach
another
Crimp.
coach.
Coach Crimp just robbed Dom Tanyag, of a chance on his on-deck fielding percentage.
Can he say we
That
robbed
pitch
him
sailed high.
right
It
2
doesn't
steps
matter.
away
Doesn't
from
matter.
Coach?
Doesn't matter.
Surprised Coach didn't send somebody else out there to get that. Hey, get that ball.
Well, look at it. We can create a new fielding stat. The dugout fielding percentage.
Or even head coach.
Oh, that'll get him on the noggin. And that is the first hit batter by the Rouse pitching
Yeah,
staff.
that one definitely got away from him. He was well ahead of the batter there with the 1-2 count, and that one just snuck away from him.
And that is the first time that Glenn has gotten their leadoff on board. This one by virtue of a hit by pitch. That'll bring up Dom Tanyag. He's 0 for 2. Well, I would say that is a wild pitch.
That would be a wild pitch. So hit batter followed by wild pitch. So we hope that Cooper can settle down here and not let that affect him. As there's a quick little visit from Scott Knight.
And, well, all the infielders are coming in.
Infield's decided to come over. Hey, Bubba, you all right? Mason's like, you got this, man. What are we doing after the game? We going to Canes?
Yeah,
they all love Canes. Yeah, they are. I guarantee they're Canes after the game? Yeah. Chicken. Ain't nothing wrong with Culver's. Yeah, Culver's
just opened right there on Crystal Falls, not far from the high school. That pitch fouled away.
Right next door to the QT.
And right across from the Wendy's and the Popeyes. Red beans and rice. The 1-1, that is in the dirt for ball 2.
Yeah, Pruitt has done a really, really good job behind the plate. Oh, sorry, that's Driscoll. My bad. So Pruitt has, but Colby's there too, which is awesome.
That is fouled back for strike 2, and the count will go 2-2. 1 on with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Raiders leading this one 9-0. Die comes set.
I hate that. I really do. I mean, you're better off as a pitcher to go ahead and just continue through the motion and finish that because you could hurt yourself so easily.
The 2-2.
Correct, Kathleen.
That pitch gets the inside corner for strike 3 and catches Tanyag looking for the strikeout. And
the ump does not have to award the batter the timeout, especially if it's late if the pitcher has already started his windup as he did there. And Cooper's looking back to check on the runner as he's making his way to home and turns and sees that the ump has his hands up.
And
again,
time.
Even the umpire shook his head like, oh my gosh, I did it to him again. Like he's,
Fastball, this is lined up the middle. There will be no play on that.
Yeah, Jacob Slee's able to
blocked it to keep it from going
down.
Yeah,
he kept it. He was trying to make the play on there, and it just sort of
deep in the hole. That'll be a base hit. Runners on the corners. That is only the second time that a Grizzly has reached third base.
We'll see if they can get out of it again here with a double play as they did the last inning.
Nathan Anaya, and he is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Wow, that was generous.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
little low.
Low, I would say low is definitely closer to plate than we've seen a couple of them, but for sure low.
That pitch low and away for ball 1. Die comes set. The 1-1 pitch. That is in on the hands.
Jammed him in on the hands there.
Fouled it off for strike 2.
That was more of a defensive swing there from Anaya. Looked like a little bit of a two-seamer there. Had a lot of late movement coming in on the hands. Oh, there we go. Great pitch.
And misses for strike 2.
Great.
Strike 3 and strikeout number 2.
Yeah, and a great mix of pitches there as he gets him in on the hands for the second strike and then drops the
that'll bring up
pitch on him.
Rickmers Rickmers has singled and lined to short. Pitch outside for ball one.
And we're just now calling that? Oh, maybe because it's 2 outs now.
The 1-0. That's down the middle for a strike.
Yes, sir.
Only one pitch. That's outside for ball two. Two and one. Rodriguez extends his lead. The 2-1 pitch. That gets the outside corner for strike two.
I know where we were catching that music from earlier. It's a soccer field.
Soccer
behind the soccer's going. I don't think softball's going, is it? Oh, is it? Okay, sorry. It could be from the softball field. So
the 2-2 inside for ball three, and the count goes full.
It was inside.
Dye thought he had the
thought
punch
he
out.
did. Yeah, it was close. It was close, but yeah, it was inside.
The payoff pitch. That was down the middle and fouled away.
Very interesting. The step out almost from Rickmers as he swings.
Driscoll gives the sign. Dye comes set. The 3-2. This is cut on and hit out to left. And this is going to
fair
fall
ball.
for a base hit, and that will score 1 run.
Yes.
And
the shutout is over as Rickmers paints the line with that great shot down the left field line that brings in 1 run. Joe Burry did a great job of getting to that and getting it in, allowing only 1 run to be scored.
Coach, not happy. I can tell this is instructional going on out here right now. So that is not a pleasant conversation going on.
Yeah, and I think it's maybe pitch location.
We do have some activity going in the Raider bullpen.
From the looks of it, 42, Jack Doss. Jack Doss. Again, another little brother to
Landon Doss.
Raider alumni, Landon Doss, 2023 graduate.
That pitch in for a strike to Chase Roberts. Roberts is 0 for 3. He is grounded to short, lined to short, and flown out to right. The 0-1. That's in for a strike. So that hit batter is the one that scored. It was the freebie.
Yep.
Deloach on deck, that pitch outside for ball one.
Cooper Dye, very fiery on the mound. Just like a...
This is lifted into center field. Connor Thompson underneath it, and he'll make the catch.
It's like a Nathan Miller.
If they'll get 1 run on 2 hits, they leave 2. After 5.5, it's 9-1 Rouse on to
bottom of the 6th.
the bottom we go. And this is the thing, right? You look out there on that board and you see Glenn has 1 run on 9 hits.
Yes. Scattered.
Raiders have 9 runs on 9 hits.
Yes, sir. You know, very, very minimal left on base for the Raiders, which I'm assuming is what's being counted right now.
Yeah, they stranded they've stranded 10 base runners.
Yeah, so had plenty of opportunities, just not able to capitalize on those. And really,
We have
number 5 back again.
2 up, Arribes, Sanchez, and Pruitt. Actually, that would be Driscoll.
Up 32. Yeah, 32 is now hitting.
And he's hitting for Arribes.
Oh, I'm not on the right thing. I apologize. Grant Jackson. 32 Grant Jackson is now entered for Arribes. And he proceeds to get first pitch strike right down the middle from Robert Sandoval.
This is lifted into right field, and that falls fair.
And on the line. Oh, what a late call from the field umpire as Jackson rounded, but he still had to wait to figure out. I say he had to wait. He didn't have to wait. He could have kept running and wait to hear the call.
I think he would have been thrown out if he would have.
Yeah, he watched the ball land and saw that it was in, but
that was just inside the line.
Yes.
And that will bring up Andrew Sanchez. Who will take for a ball. The 1-0. That's inside for ball 2. Colby Driscoll on deck. Jackson extends his lead at first. Sandoval will come home. That pitch gets the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 the count to Sanchez. That one's fouled back out of play. The count will go 2-2. I want to give a shout out to A to Z Sports Media for putting together the dedication video for Norma in our broadcast. Thank you to Sonny and the fine folks at A to Z. The 2-2.
Oh, that was it.
Catches him looking.
Yeah, he knew it. He knew it. He knew it. He was just waiting for him to call it. It was a great breaking pitch. Drops right in there for a perfect strike, and
that'll bring up Colby Driscoll. 1 on with 1 out for the catcher. Scott Knight on deck. Throw to first. Not in time as Jackson dives back in safely. Sandoval comes set. He'll deal high for ball 1. The 1-0.
Ooh, inside.
That's inside
pitch,
for a track.
Good.
For
good
a
strike.
That'll even the count at 1.
And had a little zip on it, too. You could hear the pop of the glove from up here.
The 1-1. And he all the time, and that went way up.
Hey, but he finished the pitch.
He did. Look at that. Scott Knight helping out his on-deck fielding percentage. Way to go, Scott. This one's for you, buddy. The 1-1. Well, that will get him.
And another doinked
I was starting to
batter.
think, did it hit his bat? And he called it a
Well, yeah, the
foul.
way
It's
he
like,
sort of walked back and back towards the box, and he looked again. So just to, I guess, make sure. But
runners at first and second. And we do have a courtesy runner.
and that is no longer Adrian Graves, as he's been burnt coming in as a pitcher. That is number 16, which is Jake Spates.
See, I remembered that. Scott Knight will come to the plate. He has been hit by a pitch twice.
There is that
and he
welded
struck out.
mix breaking pitch that's working very well for Sandoval.
That pitch in the turf for ball one. We do have a pinch hitter for Joe Burry, number 5. Noah Stover. Sandoval comes set. Jackson extends his lead at second.
Oh, yeah, pull the trigger.
In for a strike.
He thought about it, but then pulled back, and that was definitely one to pull the trigger on. It was a great pitch right down the pipe.
Throw back to second, not in time as Jackson's back safely. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Scott Knight. 1-2 from Sandoval.
Scott looking
way
to get
inside.
Third hit pitch of the game, but just narrowly avoiding that one.
I'm like he's trying to
Hat trick.
Espinoza. Ooh, boy, he turned on that one, but it goes foul.
Needed to wait just a hair longer on that to send that down the line fair, but yeah, it's the wrong fence. Hit it over the green fence.
The 2-2 pitch, that's inside for ball 3, and Knight works it full. Of course, that's been in the same location that this umpire has called.
Yeah, yes, sir.
A strike.
Yep. Don't think it didn't cross my mind.
The payoff pitch, that's outside for ball 4, and that will load them for Stover.
Again, it's the third time of the game we've had loaded bases. Noah Stover.
Stover played in Saturday's game versus McNeil.
Okay. And once again, can we swap out the ball, please? Ooh.
That is fouled away for a strike.
Offering at the first pitch is Stover, and just a hair ahead of it, fouled it off.
No, he played against Stratford, not
okay.
McNeil.
I didn't remember him against
Played in
McNeil.
right field. 1-1 the count to Stover.
Great block by Brennan there to keep the ball in front of him and keep the runners at bay.
Bases loaded with 1 out for Stover. Christian Caro on deck, trying to avoid that pitch. Misses low for ball 2. Trying to avoid the double play as there is an out at any base and plate. Pitch. Oh my gosh.
I mean, at least it was inside the batter's box this time. Not, I say inside. Not inside the batter's box. But
the 2-2.
And there it is. What are they doing? Come on, guys.
Wasting opportunities.
Great opportunities here, yes, sir. And just Here we
2
go.
away.
Christian Caro's up now. He's
Christian
not gonna
Caro.
he's not gonna waste any opportunity here.
Boy, you got a good gap going between right and center.
Well, we've already seen Rickmers close that gap time and time again, and
That pitch way outside for ball 1. If the Raiders can score 2, that will be game over. And this is
the opposite gap, but not
hit
far
deep
enough.
to left, and Rodriguez will get underneath it, and he will make the catch. And that will end the Raiders' 6th. They get no runs on 1 hit, and they leave them loaded.
But down to the last 3 outs here for the Glen Grizzlies to make an effort to get back in this game.
Yeah, Jack Doss had a great outing.
And we do have a replacement. Yeah, Jack Doss is in.
He did a great job versus Stratford on Saturday.
And Jack Doss.
And they were talking
Freshman.
so much. They were talking
Freshman, y'all.
noise.
Freshman. And this is not your prototypical freshman. I mean, he stands.
He gave up a home run shot.
Yeah, he stands every bit of 6 foot. He's a big kid. So he's obviously still growing.
He's got a breaking ball that is just lights out.
Well, you know, Coach gave him a very high praise comparison.
Yeah.
To Southern.
Oh, did he really?
Yes, he did. He said that he reminds him of Jared Southern and how his stature, his demeanor, how he pitches. That's very high praise for a young kid from Coach Crimpine. I'll tell you that.
Deloach, Brennan, and Wagner are due up. His breaking ball was working very well for him on Saturday, as Stratford had talked a lot of noise. He gave up a first inning home run. And that
saying that
they were talking, they were about to run away. 5A wannabes is
5A wannabes,
something like that.
Yeah.
And we ended up dispatching them 11.
Who does he get to see is Deloach here for his first batter. This will be interesting.
First pitch to Deloach, fouled away.
Deloach 2 for 3. With two
singles.
Yep, 2 singles, but
and a strikeout.
Both pretty good rocket shots, center field and right field.
Breaking ball sails high for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch.
And
outside for ball 2.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside. Doss will wind and deal. Breaking ball high for ball 3. Fastball in for a strike. That's the second time he's thrown the bat away on what he thought was a ball 4 and had to come back. But the next pitch.
Not the only one to have done it.
He ended up actually drawing the wall. No, he did.
I don't think it was Deloach, but yeah, it was.
But it was somebody else.
Rodriguez.
Swing and a miss as he chases a high fastball for strike 3. That was some high cheese, and that one stunk so bad that had to be Lindberger. You ever had Lindberger cheese?
Not intentionally.
I can't say that I ever have.
I don't know that I have.
Have you, Kathleen? Does it stink? It does stink. Now, was that a swing and a miss?
Yes, sir.
0-1 for Joe Brennan. Brennan is 0 for 3. Swing and a miss for strike 2 as he goes after a beautiful fastball. The 0-2.
And that's it.
Swing and a miss.
Oh, they did call the first pitch was a ball. It was
but he
not
swung
a strike.
at it, right? I thought he swung at it.
Okay, so 1-2 is the count. And there's the strikeout.
There's the strikeout looking. It's like, hey, Ump, you owe me.
Oh, Mason. No more around the horns for them. They ruined it.
Aaron Wagner will make his way to the plate. He had a ground rule double back in the first, but since he has whiffed and gone 0 for 2, he's 1 for 3. And he doesn't chase after that one for ball 1. Grizzlies to their final out. At pitch high for ball 2.
Yep.
Rafael Gamboa on deck. 2-0. Just a bit upstairs for ball 3.
Just a bit high. And that's
that pitch, 4-pitch walk. And that will bring up Rafael Gamboa. Gamboa is 0 for 2. He has grounded to short, third, and been hit by a pitch. And has scored the lone Grizzly run. First pitch offering down and away for ball 1.
Yeah, let's see him settle in here and
Fastball inside for ball 2. That is 6 straight balls.
Yeah, I think he's just change it up a little bit here, give him a different ball and change things around a little bit. That and also a chance to just relax, compose himself.
The 2-0. That is hit foul for strike 1.
Yeah, he said, I like that ball. I was able to throw a strike with that one after 6 straight balls before that.
The 2-1 pitch. He went around for strike 2, which would have been a called strike anyway, and that will even the count at 2.
Yeah, and again, one that would look a bit low in the zone, but he was ready to ring it, call it the strike regardless.
Deuce is wild for Gamboa. Pitch. This is hit over tonight at third to throw to first in time.
And that
will do it. That will be your ball game. 5-3 on the putout of Gamboa to end the game. They get no runs on no hits, and they leave one. And the Raiders take this contest, game 1, 9-1 over the Glen Grizzlies. And
great start to what looks to be a really great season with a great tribute.
Great tribute
to your lovely bride and
wonderful lady.
Miss, again, deserving of every blessing that's bestowed upon her and everything that's said about her. I did have an opportunity to meet her and hang with her a few times during the games when she'd come down, and we'd have great conversations. And, that's just awesome. It really is. And
thank you for the kind words, my friend.
She was an unbelievable woman. So quick recap here of the game. We do have Rouse Raiders taking down game 1, 9-1 over the Glen Grizzlies. They will see them again Friday night at Glen Field, or Grizzly Field. Mr. Don Miller. Have a good one, sir. We did have 4 pitchers for the Rouse Raiders to go 7 innings, allowing 9 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. So really it wasn't the walks that hurt them. It was that one hit by pitch Cooper Dye allowed the 1 run to come around. Finishing out the game was Doss going 19 pitches, 9 for strikes. And he did go, allowed 0 hits, 1 inning's worth of work. Everybody getting clean innings, which was noticed. I mean, everybody able to finish their innings out. Nobody had to be relieved in the middle, which is great, right? Coach able to give them a lot of practice, a lot of warm-ups, not really having to pressure anybody to inherit runners, so that's always a good thing to see. Offensively for your Raiders, 27 batters did come to the plate, 9 runs on 10 hits, with all 9 off of RBIs, 8 walks, only 5 strikeouts. So, again, a little higher on the strikeout than what you'd like to see, but not too crazy. 8 walks, they did take advantage of every bit of that. Only out hitting 1 by 1 on the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies separated all that, right? They really, those 9 hits were spread out and not really able to capitalize with double plays happening defensively for the Raiders and just really good pitching overall that allowed them to get out of these innings not having a bunch of runs scored against them. So good start.
Yeah, so the happy final here this evening, 9-1 Rouse as they take game 1. And we will be back on the air Friday at 7 o'clock at Glenn High School for game number 2. And then next week during spring break, we will be hosting, I believe, Liberty Hill on Tuesday, and we will be at Liberty Hill on Wednesday, or it's vice versa. But again, a happy final, 9-1. And to Norma, as I've always said to you, my love, I like you for always. I love you forever. As long as I'm living, my sweetest you'll be.
Very well
love
put.
you, baby girl, and I always will. He's Jonathan Kaspar. I'm Michael Francis. Thank y'all for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball here on SHN Sports. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.